everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, thank you, Sera Jo, for that transcription of ThunderCat. And let me see if I have here the, one moment, I'm trying to get my, trying to get here. Yes, ThunderCat, and but actually this one is another transcription. It's another transcription, and let me see if I can find it. I think, yeah, this is the name of this song. Yeah, the name of this song, Dragonball Durag by ThunderCat. And yeah, Sera Jo not only did an amazing arrangement, but that was her original solo. Yeah, so actually I would like to play that video again during the class because that's so interesting. Yeah, the solo that Sera Jo composed and then she transcribed it. Yeah, that's a great practice to do. Okay, so why don't we start, and we're going to start with our chromatic scales. We're going to warm up. Every week we do a new key, and today, G flat. Oh my goodness, G flat. And let's start with G flat. Okay, and one of the things that I want to do is I want to explore both open keys and traditional key signatures. Yeah, traditional key signatures. So we have here an open key on G flat, yeah, which we have individual accidentals. And then we have a traditional key signature. Actually, we have done this in several keys. So if you have been with me, you pretty much warmed up little by little, yeah, until getting to G flat. Okay, so it's not big deal. Yeah, it's not difficult. Okay, so why don't we start? We're going to warm up with G flat. We're going to sing up and down. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, re, ra, do. Okay, so now I want to move on. I want to go to traditional key signatures, and then we're going to go to another level. We are going to sing, but we're going to just touch the keys, and so we're not playing, so we're not getting in support from our instrument. We can do that with the keyboard or the guitar. And why don't we start? Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, re, ra, do. Okay, good. So now we're going to move on. And I want to move on to bass clef. So how are we going to practice? We're going to play a major triad, G flat major triad with our right hand. And then we're going to play a bass line on G flat going up and down. Here we go. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, re, ra, do. Good, so now we're going to move on to another level, and I would like to do the same, but now with traditional key signatures. Yeah, so so we're going to learn to read and process our note information in different ways. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, why don't we take it also to another level? We're gonna play a major triad, and we're not gonna actually play the notes. We're gonna touch the notes on our keyboard or guitar strings, and we're gonna sing. So let's do it. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, re, ra, do. Okay, great. Yeah, that's it. Nice warm-up. Okay, so what are we gonna do next? Next, we were exploring major modes. We're exploring major modes, and not only major modes, but we were also exploring a chord pairing. Yeah, so why don't we work with our chord pairing? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sing all major modes on G. So we're gonna sing major, the Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixo, Aeolian, Locrian. Yeah, we're gonna sing all of those, and also we're gonna explore the chord pairing. Why don't we start? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We're using movable do. Left hand lower notes, right hand upper notes. So we play, we hold all the scale down. Now, we're gonna explore the chord pairing. So with G major, Ionian, we can use a G major 7 chord. We can use a G6 chord. We can use a G major with 9s. We can use a G major 6/9. And we also can use a G major 9 and 13th. Let me see if I can zoom in. I think that's going to be much better. Yes, much better. So you can see my chords much clearly. Okay, why don't I review them again? Okay, so with major, Yeah, our major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We can have a major 7, major 6, major 7, 9, major 6, 9, major 7, 9, 13th. Okay, and very good. So now we're gonna move on. We are going to move to Dorian mode on G. So why don't we sing and we build the mode? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Lower 4 notes, upper 4 notes. We have a nice cluster. Okay, what chords can I use? I can use a G minor 7, G minor 7, 9, G minor 7, 9, 11, and in some cases, even a G minor 7, 13, 11, 9. Yeah, and those are the chords that we can use. Let me see if I can boost up my volume, my keyboard volume. Okay, and let's see. Okay, good. Maybe it's too loud. Okay. And now we're going to our next scale. Phrygian mode. Phrygian mode is very interesting. I like my Phrygian mode. So we're gonna sing it and we're gonna build up our Phrygian mode. Do, ra, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Lower 4 notes, upper 4 notes, and then we have a G Phrygian cluster. Chord pairing. We can go actually both ways. We can go in the more subdominant way, yeah, with our minor chords, but we can start pairing our Phrygian mode with a sus, a 7 chord, which is going to give us more like a dominant flavor. Yeah. So let's do the traditional way. Yeah, for a Phrygian mode, we can use a G minor 7. In a G minor 7 11th. And very interesting for me, it is to have a sus4 chord paired with a Phrygian mode. We can have a sus4 chord with a flat 9, sus4 chord with a sharp 9. Okay, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna work with our Lydian mode in G. And here we go. Do, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. Lower 4 notes, upper 4 notes. We have our cluster. In G Lydian, best way to learn to visualize those scales. And what type of chords can I pair with my Lydian mode? I can have a G major 7, G major 6, G major 7, 9, G major 6, 9, G major 7, 9, sharp 11, G major 6, 9, sharp 11, and a G major 7, 13, sharp 11, 9. Yeah, those are interesting chords that we can use with the Lydian mode. So, moving on. Mixolydian is interesting also. We can go dominant, we can go sus. Yeah, so we should explore both. So let's sing our Mixolydian mode. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do together. And that's our Mixolydian cluster in chords. So I can have a dominant 7. Can have a dominant 7, 9, and I can have a dominant 13, 9. Mixolydian. Also, let's explore, let's pair Mixolydian mode with a sus4 chord. So I can have a sus4, 7 sus4, 7 sus4 with 9, and 7 sus4 with 13th. Yeah, and those are interesting pairings for Mixolydian mode. Some players also like to have a 10th. Yeah, sometimes when I listen to John McLaughlin or the Mahavishnu Orchestra, my old albums, sometimes I can hear those tenths on a Mixolydian mode. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, but we're gonna move now to Aeolian mode, and let's work with our Aeolian mode on G. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, together. That's our Aeolian mode, yeah, in the key of G. We have a me, we have a le, which are the color notes. And what chords can I use? I can use a minor 7, can use a minor 7-9, and I can use a minor 7-11-9. And what I hear also is some players, they like sometimes to use like a flat 6 major, yeah, over the root. That would be like in E flat major 7. That's a very Aeolian mode. Yeah, very nice, very nice. And actually, if going using that same technique, if we go to our Phrygian mode, yeah, Phrygian mode, some players may want to use a flat 2 over the root, yeah, flat 2 major 7. Yeah, instead of using a pairing of a G minor 7 chord in a sus, there is a different pairing, and this is very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. So now let's move on to Locrian mode, and we're gonna sing Locrian in G. Do, ra, mi, fa, se, le, ti, do, and together, lower 4 notes, upper 4 notes, and there we have our G Locrian mode. And we have a G minor 7 flat 5. We can use with a scale. We can have a G minor 7 with 11th, and we even could use a G minor 7 flat 13 11th. And we have the color note, which is the flat 5 C. Okay. In talking about an alternative voicing, some players may want to use a flat 5 major 7 over the root. Flat 5 major 7, in this case D flat major. Yeah. That chord actually, what it does, or even the flat 2 major 7 actually. What am I doing? No, flat 5 major 7. Yeah, it's an interesting color. Okay, very good. So we are gonna be moving on, and I wanna go to. Let's work with some of your training. And we're working with single notes, melodic patterns, triads, and intervals. So why don't we start? Okay. Single notes. How are we going to work with single notes? We're going to play a major triad, and then we're going to sing all of those diatonic notes, and we're changing keys all the time. So that kind of activates our long-term musical memory. Why don't we start? Let's start in A flat. We're going to sing Do. Do. Then we check. Let's go to another key. Let's go to the key of D. We're going to sing T. T. And we check. Go to the key of G. We're going to sing La. La, and then we check, and if you can see with that process, we're also connecting our internal oral imagery with the actual physical touch or where the notes lay on the keyboard. Yeah, so that's a very good for songwriters, composers, improvisers. Let's go to the key of D flat. We're gonna sing Sol. Sol. And let's go to the key of C. We're gonna sing Fa. Fa. Moving on, let's go to the key of A. And we're gonna sing Mi. Mi. And last one, let's move to the key of E flat. We're gonna sing Re. Re. Okay, so that's a wonderful way of working with single notes, not only in major, but in all the different chord and scale combinations, which we're gonna eventually cover, eventually. So now I wanna work with melodic patterns. In this case, we're gonna work with eight melodic permutation or patterns starting on La, starting on the 6th degree. Yeah. So in order to do that, why don't we just warm up with La? How are we gonna warm up? We're gonna play a triad, and we're gonna sing La, La, and then we change keys. La, and then we check D flat. La, and let's go to G. La. Okay, so we kind of warmed up with La, and all those patterns are written on the key of C on purpose, so that we can use them to we can use C and solfege syllables, yeah, so that we can transpose to all 12 keys. Yeah, so here we go. Let's start in the key of C, and we're gonna sing the first pattern, La ti do ti la. La ti do ti la, and then we check. And there are two levels of practicing. One is, I call it more fundamental, in which we actually are playing and singing at the same time. La, ti, do, ti, la, and this actually might be more appropriate for our webinar. And then of course there is one more advanced in which you are gonna challenge yourself. You just play the triad and then you sing La, ti, do, ti, la, and then you check. Yeah, but for the purpose of this class, we're gonna use the fundamental level. We're gonna play and sing. So this one is also good because you are challenged to be able to play all those patterns in all 12 keys and be able to see them. Why don't we, let's start again. Number one, we're gonna sing and play at the same time. We're gonna start in the key of A. La, ti, do, ti, la. Go number two. Let's go to the key of D flat. La, sol, fa, sol, la. I'm gonna play and sing. La, sol, fa, sol, la. And let's go to number three, and let's go to the key of E. Number three, la, ti, la, sol, la. La, ti, la, sol, la. And let's move on. Let's go to the key of G. Number four, La, sol, la, ti, la. La, sol, la, ti, la. And moving on, let's go to D flat. Now we're gonna go to pattern number 5. Pattern number 5 through number 8 are based on diatonic thirds. Yeah, so diatonic thirds. So we're gonna sing La, do, mi, do, la. La, do, mi, do, la. And let's sing number 6. Let's go to the key of A. And we're gonna sing La, fa, re, fa, la. La, fa, re, fa, la. Moving on, let's go to key of F. In the key of F, we're gonna sing number 7. La, do, la, fa, la. La, do, la, fa, la. And always letting the triad in F or whatever key resonates. So we're hearing that melody in relationship to this key center. Yeah, this is relative pitch training. Now let's go to another key. Let's go to the key of E flat. I'm gonna sing La, Fa, La, Do, La. La, Fa, La, Do, La. Good, and that was our workout on melodic patterns. Now let's do some triads, diatonic triads. Of course, diatonic triads we can do not just in major, but against melodic minor, harmonic minor, against Phrygian mode if we want to explore modal centers, yeah? You name it. But just for now, we're working with diatonic triads in major keys. And here we go. Diatonic triads. So we're gonna play a key center, and then we're gonna sing those diatonic triads up and down. Why don't we start? Do, mi, sol, mi, do. And this one is gonna be different. We're gonna sing the triad, do, mi, sol, mi, do. And at the very end, we're gonna play the whole chord. And let's move on. Let's go to the key of A flat. We're gonna sing the fifth. Sol, ti, re, ti, sol. Sol, ti, re, ti, sol. And let's move on. Let's move to the key of B. The key of B, we're gonna sing the 2 minor. Re, fa, la, fa, re. And always letting B resonate, or whatever key we're letting just ring. Yeah, so we can hear that chord in relationship to that key center. Let's go to the key of G. Playing that chord and we let it resonate. We're gonna sing the 6 minor, La, Do, Mi, Do, La. La, Do, Mi, Do, La. And let's move to another key. Let's go to the key of B flat. In the key of B flat, we're gonna sing a 3 minor. Mi, sol, ti, sol, mi. Mi, sol, ti, sol, mi. And moving on, let's go to the key of D flat major. In D flat major, we're gonna sing a 7 diminished triad. Ti, re, fa, re, ti in D flat. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. And one last one. We're gonna sing the 4 major. Which key should we go? Let's go to the key of A. And in A, we're gonna sing the 4 major. Fa, la, do, la, fa. Fa, la, do, la, fa. Okay, and that's a nice warm-up with diatonic triad. So we really want to be able to hear, you know, and not only a diatonic degree is a single note, but it's a triad, it's an interval. And talking about intervals, yeah, we're gonna do this next. Intervals. A couple weeks ago, we did diatonic fifths, ascending and descending. Now we're gonna work with diatonic 6. Ascending and descending, and this is going to be tricky. I think the diatonic 6 are the trickiest ones. So, but here we go. Diatonic 6. How are we going to practice? We're going to play a triad to establish a key center. And then we're going to sing the interval. Yeah, so the first line we have do, la, re, ti, mi, do, fa, re, sol, mi, la, fa, ti, sol. So let's start. Let's start with the first one, do, la. Do, la. And let's move to another key. Let's go to the key of G. We're always moving key centers after each example. That's part of this technique. So we always are activating our musical memories, yeah? And let's sing now re, ti. Re, T. Moving on, key of B flat. We're gonna sing mi, do. Mi, do. And which key should we play? Let's go to the key of E. And we're gonna sing Fa, Re. Fa, Re. And that's our Mi, our 6, diatonic 6, ascending from Fa. Let's move on. Let's go to the key of B. Key of B. In the key of B, we're gonna sing Sol, Mi. Sol, Mi. And let's move to the key of D. Key of D, we're gonna sing La, Fa. La, Fa. And moving on, let's go to B flat. In the key of B flat, we're gonna sing Ti, Sol. Ti, Sol. And that's our diatonic 6 ascending. We have time. Let's sing diatonic 6 descending. Yeah, so we're gonna sing descending. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, sol, fa, la, sol, ti, la, do, ti, re. And we're gonna change keys. We're gonna be changing keys. So here we go. Key of C. Let's sing do, mi, descending. Do, mi. Moving to another key, A flat. We're gonna sing Re, Fa. Re, Fa. And changing keys. Let's go to key of F. We're gonna sing Mi, Sol. Mi, Sol. Moving on, let's go to D flat. D flat, we're gonna sing Fa, La. Fa, La. And moving, let's go to G flat. G flat, we're gonna sing Sol, Ti, descending. Sol, Ti, Sol, Ti. And let's go to key of C. We're gonna sing La, Do, descending. La, Do. One more key. Let's go to the key of G. The key of G, we're gonna sing Ti, Re, descending. Ti, Re. Okay, excellent. Yeah, that was our ear training workouts for the week. Now I want to go into keyboard harmony. Yeah, so ideally I like to work with some ear training, some keyboard harmony, and then we can go into styles. It's a lot to cover in one class, but let's see if we can accomplish that. Let's go to our chords or keyboard harmony. Keyboard harmony. Oh boy, I wasn't planning to do this. Yeah, but some students were asking me, Carlos, how can I build or create? What is the relationship? And we kind of started, already with modes. Yeah, we started with modes. And actually, one of the things that I would like to do, I don't know if today, is to see how chords, how the triads expand, in thirds, according to a chord scale which is in the background, which is already paired to that. Yeah, so we did that with modes, but we started with a mode, and then according to the mode we assigned some chord pairing. Now we are just working with tertial, groupings, yeah? So we're gonna build our chords in thirds, and this is fascinating, of course. This there can be actually several modes in the background. Why don't we do a couple? Yeah, so we're gonna start with a major triad. We can expand to a major 7. We can expand to a major 9. And so far, in 2 scales. I'm using either major, Ionian, or Lydian. Now we're gonna expand to a sharp 11. Now it's only Lydian. And now to a 13th. Okay, that's a great way to also practice our chords and to do this in all 12 keys, yeah? So we can go, A flat, major 7, 9, sharp 11, 13, yeah, and 13, sorry. Yeah, and we can expand our chords that way. Great way to practice. Now, another way that we can expand our major triad is instead of using a major 7, we can go through a 6. So we have a major triad, we can add a 6, then to the 6 we can add a 9th. So far we are with major, Ionian, or Lydian, and now we're going to add a sharp 11 on top. We're going to add a sharp 11. Now I'm in Lydian mode. That would be the only chord scale relationship that I could use. So now let's go to, again, our major triad, but we're going to use a completely different set of chord scales. Major triad. Now I'm going to go to a dominant 7. So probably Mixolydian mode. I'm going to add the 9th. I'm in Mixolydian mode. Now I'm going to add the sharp 11. Okay, now I'm not in Mixolydian mode. Now I'm in Lydian flat 7. I'm going to add the 13th. Yeah, and this is a very nice chord. And that chord would be paired, with a Lydian flat 7. Lydian flat 7, and let's move on. Okay, this is getting interesting. So we're gonna start with a triad. Now I'm gonna add the flat 7. With the flat 7 I can be in many scales, but now I'm gonna add the flat 9. So what is interesting, I have a flat 9, but I'm still using a 5th. So that pretty much gives me one choice, or just a few choices, a couple choices. One that I like to use the most is a symmetrical dominant. Yeah, then we're gonna add the sharp 11. And then I'm gonna add the 13th. Okay, good. And moving on, today we're exploring our major triads. Okay, so now I have a major triad. I'm going to add the flat 7. Now I'm going to add the sharp 9. Again, I have a sharp 9, but I have a perfect 5th. So that gives me pretty much a main choice, symmetrical dominant again. Now we have. Now to that sharp 9, we're going to add the sharp 11. And to that sharp 11, I'm going to add the major 13th. And that's a nice chord expansion. Okay, I think that's good for today. Otherwise, we can have so many chord expansions. It would be overwhelming, to go through all of them. But today we did a chord expansion starting with a major triad. Next week, I want to start other chord extensions starting with a major flat 5. That's why I like to study the major flat 5 triad just by itself, because it has a lot of different potentials. Okay, good. So now I want to go into some styles. I want to do some Latin piano. And why don't we do some merengue piano, and then we're going to do some salsa piano. So here we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with this pattern, yeah, which is in page 53, example 4 of my book, Merengue Piano Styles. Derecho style, which is straight, also called marcha or march, yeah, and then 248 beats per minute. Actually, merengue can go much faster than that. And why don't we check it out?
1, 2, 1, 2.
That was very fast, too fast. Okay, so we're gonna let's check the pattern again. Yeah, let's check the pattern. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, now I wanna go through the whole pattern, so I'm gonna fast forward. Okay, so here we are. Here we are with our pattern, and we're gonna check, you know, how is it working. Okay, now, okay, sorry for this. Now we are, I want to describe the pattern. We're here in the key of C. And we're going to start with the 1. Then we're going to go to the dominant, to G, and then we have to the 6 minor. And then we're going to go to the 4, to the subdominant. Yeah, and we're going to start with the 3rd of the scale. Bam. So if we can see melodically, also in my opinion, you know, some of the nicest piano patterns are the ones that kind of follow a certain type of voice leading or melodic line, you know, in the montuno or guajeo construction. So we have this E, pa para 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 para, and then we go to the re, pa para 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 pa, D flat or ra, then going to the do, to the root, pa para pa ti do do, and then in F, do 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 re mi. So we have this little nice melody, mi re mi me re 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 ra do ti do do, and then in F, do 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 re mi, and then the pattern builds itself very nicely. So pa, okay, and we're gonna practice now again, but now slower, 180 beats per minute. Yeah, those patterns are tricky, and also when we practice, let's keep our wrists open. Yeah, I don't know how I survived all those years playing merengue with all those different merengue bands when I was in Massachusetts. Okay, anyways, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
now we're gonna practice without the piano. Now without the piano, we're just gonna use bass and drums. So also when we use bass and drums, let's pay attention to the percussion in the bass patterns, how even though it's just derecho, they're gonna change. There is almost a sub-style there in between. So here we go, we're gonna practice just bass and drums.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, now we are going to practice at 248 beats per minute only with bass and percussion. Yeah, and here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, hope that you enjoyed this piano merengue workout, and now I want to work with salsa piano. Okay, salsa piano, but we don't have a montuno here. Okay, one of the things that I want to do is, because I transcribed a lot of different montuno patterns in 2/3 and 3/2 clave with 2/5/1 single chord, secondary dominance, substitute secondary dominance, and all the imagined chord progressions that I can think of, yeah, in both 2/3 and 3/2 clave. I want to start doing something else. I want to take progressions, yeah, jazz progressions, and we're gonna salsify them. We're gonna create a montuno on the fly here in class, yeah, and that's gonna be a great project. So here we have let me play with percussion. Yeah, those voicings. It's a C minor blues progression. Okay, so we have this C minor blues progression, yeah, and those are the chords that maybe we could use them if we want to work with some solo phrases, yeah, but we're going to do something else today. I want to work with the actual chord progression. Okay, so we are going to start creating a montuno on the 5th. And ideally, we're going to create a montuno for now, 2/3 clave. We're going to go through the whole chord progression, and we're going to end on the 5th again. Yeah, that's a great way. Actually, when I work with in more like a studio piano, yeah, we work with all different types of chord progressions, and that's one ways that we challenge ourselves. We start with a chord progression in one inversion. We go through the whole song structure, and we have to end on that same inversion at the very end of the chord progression. So we are forcing ourselves, yeah, to explore in our voice leading. We're going to do the same, yeah, same concept, but now with a montuno pattern. Okay, what can I do? How about if I start with my this traditional montuno, going from the If I'm in key of C, do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, ti, do, ti, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. I'm gonna start on the sol on the 5th. I'm gonna go from the 5 to the flat 6. Now I'm gonna go to the F minor. What can I do? I wanna reach to the F. So I can go chromatically down. Yeah. Flat 5, C to the Fa. But instead of keeping it stationary, why don't we go to the neighbor note? Yeah. And yes, I'm using the E natural. How about I'm using E natural, but I'm in the key of C? It is a chromatic adjacent note, so I can get away with that. Maybe I can even go to the Me, to the flat 3. I don't know if it's gonna sound good. It could be. Yeah, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna do a chromatic adjacent note. Gonna go chromatically up, yeah, Fi, back to the Sol, back to the 5th. Okay, now I wanna reach the A flat. I wanna reach here, Le, A flat, the root of my dominant chord. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, how about if I go to the La, and then I resolve into the Le? Let's see if this works. Aha. I wanna work with the root and the dominant, yeah, in the dominant 7 of the A flat chord. Now I have a G7, and this is a G7, flat 13, flat 9. This is an altered G7. So I don't have a natural 5, I have a flat 5. Yeah, so I'm gonna have A flat, I have A G7, back to the C minor. But now I wanna do a chromatic scale going up and down, yeah, kind of a, okay, so now we have our Montuno pattern, yeah, so, and I'm playing the bass just for demonstration, but let's just concentrate on the Montuno ensemble style. So our left hand is gonna double. Here we go. Chromatic to F, this, chromatic to C, A flat, okay, and we have a nice Montuno pattern, yeah? So now, I'm gonna play it again, yeah? So, 1, 2, 3, and... Chromatic down to F, back to C. Okay, let's practice with a backup track. Yeah, we're gonna start slowly, 135 beats per minute. 2, 3, and... Okay, so we have a nice pattern. So what is the next step? Next step, let's play it faster. Yeah, let's play in 155. 155. And here we go, 155. Always keep the wrists loose. And I like when I play Montunos, you know, we all have influences. You know, I love the way Papo Luca plays. And he always, you know, he keeps his notes a little bit on the short side, yeah, and that's the style that I like the most. So that's how I end up playing. 1, 2, and. Okay, and now let's take it up. Let's take it up another notch. Yeah, let's go to 172 beats per minute. So here we go. Yeah, so now we're getting into nice traditional medium tempo salsa. Okay, that was nice. That was nice. Yeah. So next week, what are we gonna do next week? I want to take the same pattern, but now we're gonna construct a montuno in 3/2 clave. Yeah, but using the same voice leading. That would be actually, whoa! I wish I would have done this many years ago when I was studying. Yeah, but now not too late. Yeah, we're gonna practice like that. And I think it's time to say goodbye, and I'll see you next week. So, thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen, and play lots of good music. See you next week.